Yo, the hell? I was about to take a lead. What's good? What's good? Punch Wrong Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine. Man, let's talk about. I never did this live thing, man. I never did this live on YouTube thing. Shane? Never did this live on YouTube thing. You know? What is that? Hold on. I didn't even put public. Did I put public? Is it in public? I don't know. Let me know if you hit a kid. I don't know. Let me see. Yo, what's good, Davo? What's good, man? This is my first time doing it like this. What's good, man? What's good? Let me know if y'all hear me good. Let me know if y'all hear me good. It's the first time I did it like this. What's good, man? Ay. Okay, it's public, all right? It's the first time I did it like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm still street. I'm not tech savvy. Punch been waiting on the live. What's good, Big Pesos? I know. You know, let these other channels do their thing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let your boy Mr. Moonshine sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? What's popping out there? Sound good? All right. Sound good. Dímelo, maní, dímelo, Neri. Yeah, man, we're going to be talking about everything. Anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah, man. A great weekend of boxing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of storylines. Shout out to Alexander Usyk, top 5 heavyweight of all time. What's up, my G? What's good, MMA? What's good? She said Showbiz lost 10K betting on Dubois. Damn. Man, it's hard to bet against Usyk, but you know, probably, you know what I'm saying? Danny Dubois did come with great momentum going into that fight. And, of course, a lot of people felt that, you know what I'm saying, in the first fight, that body shot was legal, so he probably had a puncher's chance versus Alexander Usyk, and you know what? That's what happened when you bet. You win some, you lose some. But we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about that Alexander Usyk, man. And the reason why there's a lot of people that's giving him his props, and that's what they supposed to do. We all supposed to do in the boxing community. Give Alexander Usyk, give him the crown, give him the robe, looking like Jerry Lawler and stuff like that in WWE. He should be looking like King Booker T. Alexander Usyk is the king of boxing right now. You know how they used to say in the sport of boxing, wherever the heavyweight goes, boxing goes. Alexander Usyk is the king of boxing. Even the tennis book Crawford said he's the man, and Canelo Alvarez says he's number 1. Alexander Usyk is the king of the sport of boxing. Now, a discussion will be who's the face now, but the king is Alexander Usyk. But great performance by Alexander Usyk. You already know, man, 5-round KO. You know, taught that young gunner a good lesson. But you got to give a lot of credit to Danny Dubois, one of the young fighters of this young generation. We always talking about the likes of Tszyu and Shakur and Devin Haney, Bam Rodriguez, David Benavidez. But let's not forget, man, I know that Danny Dubois look old, but Danny Dubois is I think he's younger he's 27 years old. Savage in the building. What's good, man? One of the members of Punch Wrong Boxing. We changed the boxing, man. We throwing the boxing thing out, man. Hangover recap. We're going to be talking about that Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all. The GOAT, Manny Pacquiao is back. And yes, I want him to keep on fighting. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Yo, no, Punch, you know what I'm saying? He old, yo. Let Manny Pacquiao, you know, enjoy himself and his family. His family's game. His sons is grown. He's almost going to be having, he's almost going to be becoming a granddad. He got the young little one with the glasses and stuff like that. But most of his kids is grown. Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to tell you like this why Manny Pacquiao is still fighting. And the reason why a fan like Manny Pacquiao, like myself, says, you know what, keep on fighting. Because let's not forget that the welterweight division is a weak division. This welterweight division is a weak division. This is not like several years ago when we did have Bud and Spence and Thurman and Porter and Ugas and Danny Swift Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao dabbling in the mix of things. This welterweight division it ain't that good. And I'm not saying that the fighters is bad, but a lot of these fighters have not proven themselves. Even Brian Norman Jr. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. Knockout out there in Japan. But let's be real. Who he knocked out? It's not like he knocked out a world beater. He didn't knock out an ex-world champion. He didn't knock out a champion. He didn't knock out an Earl Spence or a Bud or a Thurman or even a Danny Swift Garcia or even a Ugas or even a Sean Porter for us to say like, hey, yo, oh, man, nah, he good knockout. Good knockout. Punch, let me some noise so we can see. Yeah, man. We're gonna be talking about a fight that we've been talking about for quite some time, right? And this time we also gotta, in this channel, we gotta show some love a little bit to Subriel Matias because I've been highly critical with Subriel Matias as well. You know what I'm saying? And not because of him, it's just because he was in a position when he was the IBF champion before, right? That he hasn't beaten a name as well as these guys like Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur, not even Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Subriel Matias hasn't beaten names like that. But this fight with Alberto Puello, he did. He beat a name, a guy that got a good resume in the 140-pound division. Whether it's controversial, people thought that Puello won controversial versus Sandor Martin. I thought that actually Sandor Martin won by 1 round or could give it a draw because I did the live. It could have been a draw. I mean, it was a draw, but if it was going to go either way, it could have gone to Sandor Martin. So just like Puello got the benefit of the doubt versus Sandor Martin, Subriel Matias got the benefit of the doubt with Puello. Man, I told you, I've been telling y'all about Tszyu, man. Tszyu was never that. I don't know why the people, smash that like, baby, smash that like. We got 6, man. I don't know why people was giving Tszyu the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why. Maybe because of his last name. They was giving Tszyu the benefit of the doubt. They was already telling that Tszyu was better than Jermell Charlo when Jermell Charlo became undisputed. Y'all remember that? There was people saying that, oh man, Punch, your boy Jermell Charlo, he's scared of Tszyu, he ducking Tszyu. And he going out there to fight Canelo Alvarez, a 2-division world champion. That's like me telling you that Bud Crawford is ducking the Mandramour rematch, right? Yeah, I don't like when I say that because he's fighting Canelo Alvarez. That's like me saying that Bud Crawford is ducking Erickson Lubin because he's going out there to fight Canelo Alvarez, and y'all was pushing the Tszyu, saying that he's better, he's the best 154-pound. Man, that was that, and I know where that come from. You know that I know. You know where it come from. See, in this community, let's keep it real. See, this is what it is about me. I keep it real, bro. I keep it real, unbiased, logically, and objectively. If I keep it real with y'all, you gotta keep it real with me. All these channels gonna hold on to narratives and stuff like that. They're gonna hold on to narrative, the subscribers that they get. Oh man, I said something about Manny Pacquiao. Oh, I got a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans. Oh, I said something good about Canelo Alvarez. I got a lot of Canelo Alvarez subscribers, so I can't hold them accountable. I can't critique them. That's how it works out here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But over here in Punch Wrong Boxing, man, we keep it on boxing logically and objectively, baby. That's why you see people, oh, yo, but Punch, why you saying that about Tio? What not saying to say, right? Teofimo Lopez, a 2-time lineal champion, facts. The most accomplished fighter of this young generation, facts, right? But I believe that Teofimo Lopez should have fought the likes of Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Get that $8 million. Oh, no, yo, Punch, but that's your boy. Why you saying that? What you mean? That's why I'm saying that, because he's my boy. Get that $8 million. Secure that bag, not only for you, for your son. You've been wanting the type of money, right? Get that damn money, right? Beat Devin Haney. Look, we're going to be talking about Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Devin Haney ain't look great versus Jose Romero. As a matter of fact, the way that Teofimo Lopez looked versus Honor Barbosa heading to a Devin Haney fight, that was a nice tune-up for a Devin Haney fight. Barbosa, they got similar styles. We should have taken that fight. So I got to keep it real. Oh, people mad at me because I'm keeping, man, get out of here, man. If I can't keep it real, I don't want to be around people that don't allow me to keep it real. You crazy? I don't get out of here, man. All these fighters got a bunch of yes men. You see all them little entourage around them? They got a bunch of yes men. You know why? You know why? Yes men in the sport of boxing is a disease. You know why? Let me tell you how it works for these fighters. Ain't nobody talking about these fighters like that. These fighters ain't celebrities. These fighters are athletes. Let me tell you like this. Most of these boxers are not celebrities. They could walk down in Times Square. Nobody gonna say nothing to them like that. A lot of these fighters don't need bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? Canelo needs bodyguard, right? Maybe Ryan Garcia in certain places needs his bodyguard. All these other dudes, they don't need no damn bodyguard. They really nobody in the streets. But then come fight week, now they get in the yo, let me get your autograph, yo, I'm here for your fight, boom, you know, the promo, everything. Saturday night happens, the fight, whether you win or lose. Sunday, everybody giving you your props, or if you lose, they be like, no, don't worry, hold your head, champ, don't worry, you know what I'm saying, you still gonna rise up. Here comes Monday, now everything started slowing down. By the time it's Wednesday or Thursday, ain't nobody giving a damn about these fighters. Trust me, I'm in this community. Now, I'm not talking about the YouTube, I'm into the boxing community in the industry. These fighters, nobody knows these fighters like that. And guess what? They're going to have a bunch of people around them telling them, oh, yeah, you won. What's good, Kenneth? What's good? Dímelo, mi hermano. Aquí chilling, ya tú sabes. Aquí chilling. Hey, yo, you know, thank good looking out, man. Appreciate you, brother. You know, your boy, man, I've been putting in work. Let me tell you like this, man. I've been putting in work almost seven years, punch run boxing. Never took a vacation. Never took a kid a vacation. This is my first daughter vacation. My daughter. That's the first vacation. Because every time I have a time off, I go to an arena. I have wasted vacation time going to fights and doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, has it reciprocated as I want to? Nah. I think my portfolio speaks for itself. I'll put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it has reciprocated. I don't think my hard work has been reciprocated, you know? Like that. So I'm like, yo, another year not going to vacation. Okay, put it this way. Should I go to vacation with my family? Or should I go to the Manny Pacquiao fight? I was this close to another year without vacation. Another year just for boxing. And you know what, man? People show the channel love, but the hard work was already put in. Paulo o Rio. Los dos. And then we in Europe. And then we back home. You know what I'm saying? War tour. Punch. Good looking out. Ya tú sabes. Shout out to the Brazilians. Shout out to the Dominicans. Shout out to Latinos, Puerto Ricanos, Colombia, Mexico. What's good, man? Appreciate you, my brother. Yo, this is my first time doing it live like this, man. What's good, 2R? I'll be in La Romana, DR this weekend. Shout out to La Romana. Eldy Cedeno Martinez. Saludo, Ed. Ya tú sabes. But look, let's keep on talking about this. Let's keep on talking about it because, you know, look, again, Subriel Matias, as we all know, we're going to be talking about Subriel Matias and the Teofimo Lopez and the potential fight and why Teo probably needs to really get this fight, this unification bout, because it's not the same what it was. It's bigger now than it would have been, right? If they would have fought before. But put it this way, okay. We're going to be talking about the Subriel Matias pushing up on Teofimo Lopez, pulling up on Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez, you know, little regress. Yeah, he started talking, but he smacked the glasses off. But you know that Teofimo Lopez got that, you know, so the glasses stood on it. But Subriel Matias, he a street dude, man. That's one thing. Hey, yo, put it this way. I got Teofimo Lopez to beat Matias in the ring, all right? But in the street, I got Matias. Right? In the street, I got Matias winning. In the ring, I still got Teofimo Lopez outboxing Subriel Matias. But that's how I gotta call it. I gotta call it how I see it, right? Let me see. Lono's boxing in the building. What's good? See, I've been watching a lot of Norman Jr. and he isn't a Regis. He's a low Key Athletic. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing, one of the members of Punch Drunk Boxeo. Right now, we in the hangover recap. Okay. The fight needs to happen, especially right now. But you know what? The fight should have happened. The fight should have happened with Teofimo Lopez and Matias. I would like to see Teo versus Matias rather than Barbosa. But Barbosa was undefeated at the same time. He did put himself in position for a mandatory position, and he did have a better momentum than Matias. So we got to give him that, right? But now, a unification bout, the best 140-pound matchup is either Teo Matias, Teo Hitchens, Hitchens Matias, Hitchens Gary Antoine Russell, the rivalry in the amateurs. Gary Antoine Russell or Teo. Gary Antoine Russell or Matias. Matias is the WBC Green Belt World Champion now. Nobody could duck him. Nobody could say nothing. There's no more excuses. There is no more excuses for people to be like, yo, Subriel Matias got no title. That's what Teofimo Lopez was saying about Subriel Matias. Well, he don't got no belt. What I got? Well, now he got a belt. Now tell your people to send that type of the same contract that y'all send them that you didn't sign. Tell them to send that a better contract. But guess what? Turki Alalshikh ain't fucking with Teo no man. I'm not messing with him. Punch on boxing. Stop matching this up. Punch. Stop it. That's why you don't get no media credentials because you do not listen. You do not listen, my friend. Teofimo Lopez, I do not want to work with that mother. Right? Talk to me about something else. Yo, but Turk, listen to me, my brother. You don't gotta take it personal. Hey, yo, Teofimo Lopez and Matias. Yo, if you put that in New York City, Turkey, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like you did in Times Square, all right? It's gonna sell out Madison Square Garden. As a matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez said something about the Puerto Ricans, and the Puerto Ricans still mad at Teofimo Lopez, man. Everybody mad at Teofimo Lopez. Not only you, Turki Alalshikh, this is boxing. Stop it, Punch. Right? I'm not in it for the money. I don't give a damn about that man. Yeah, man. Took it personal. But at the end of the day, you gotta trust, you gotta understand what the takeover means. The takeover, you don't take, like I'm gonna say it like this, in boxing or anything in life, you don't take over alone. Alone, you don't take over. You need a team. And if you're gonna put trust in your team and the people that's really, really supporting you like that, you ain't never gonna take over. You're not never gonna take over. You gotta have a good team, put trust in that team, and that team gotta put trust and be the extension of you, but it has to be in the position of taking over. You need to do business with certain people to take over. You don't think that Floyd Mayweather was mad at being with Top Rank for a while? You don't think that Oscar De La Hoya was mad at being with Top Rank? You remember when Canelo Alvarez signed that big deal with Oscar De La Hoya on the zone, and he was still mad and wanted to get out that contract so he could have some empowerment? And now look at the type of paychecks he's getting right now. You feel me? You gotta trust the process, and that's one thing about I tell y'all, and I tell Teofimo Lopez: trust the process. You already on track. You already on track. You a champion, two-time lineal, the best resume of your young generation thus far. You on track. Just gotta say the right things. Only talk about the people that you about to fight or you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Going that against the kid. I seen another video when they asked him about the Buck Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. All Canelo Alvarez got flat. Is flat. Well, he said flat footed. Man, stop dissing Canelo, bro. For what? Like, for what? For what? Nobody's enjoying it. Like, yo, my man, Canelo been showing you love publicly, bro. I don't understand that, bro. That shit is whack. It's whack, bro. It's whack. I'm saying it's whack. It's whack. Punch, but it's like you said, the work it's been done, but the thing is, yo, on Fight Fury Films, but the work still gotta be done though. Remember, how many times I said that Teofimo Lopez, 27 years old. Around this time, Floyd Mayweather was 27. He just finished off fighting Chop Courtney. If I would have told you right after Floyd Mayweather beat Chop Courtney that he would become the richest and the biggest athlete in the world, the more wealthiest athlete in the world, you would say that I'm dumb. Everybody getting their bread past a certain age. Manny Pacquiao wasn't getting that type of bread at 27, but they stay on course. They stay on course, and guess what? They have a team to get him there. They had a team to get Floyd Mayweather out the contract with Top Rank, right? You got a team. You had Al Heyman. Al Heyman is a powerful man. Without Al Heyman, you think that Floyd Mayweather would have done what he did? No, you still need a team. You still need a team. What's good, Shy? You still need a team. You got to take away all that nonsense. You're not even building a fan base. You're not building a fan base. And you're not, and put it this way, you're not building a fan base, and you're not building the type of haters that want to see you fight or get beaten. Because let's not forget, even with the situation when he was, you know what I'm saying, with the racial undertones and stuff like that, which for me, it was funny. Like, I knew what he was trying to do. But once you get the drift that is not working in this generation, when there's a fan base that's saying don't give Teofimo Lopez a fight because of the racial undertones, it ain't come back as, yo, I want you to fight Tszyu and beat the crap out of Tszyu. Nah, they saying they don't want it. No, they were telling their other African American fighter not to fight Teofimo Lopez and don't give him a payday. Damn, Tszyu got the Latinos. No, bro, ain't nobody turning on Tszyu. See, the thing is that the Latinos be keeping it real with their fighters. That's what it is. People keep on coming over here saying turning my back. Yo, I rock with Tszyu 100%. But rocking with Tszyu is me keeping it real 100%. Y'all don't understand what rocking it is. I don't understand what this YouTube, this internet stuff got y'all going. Because you keep it real, you turning your back? That's your definition of keeping it real? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, bro. Ain't nobody turn their backs on nobody, man. I'm rocking. I don't fall off no wagon. The only way I fall off the wagon, they kick me out the wagon. The day I don't F for Tszyu is if Tszyu says, yo, I don't F for punch. And then if Tszyu say I don't F for punch, then we don't F with it. Then we not there. You know what I'm saying? But that's my guy. But I'm gonna keep it real with my guy. Just like I keep it real with my brother keep it real with me. My peoples in my block, they gonna keep it real with me. I keep it real with them, you know? Yo, Punch, yo, why you saying this? Hey, yo, it's the facts. Matias pushed up on Teofimo Lopez, right? We gotta talk about it. What's the reaction of it, right? We ain't see that reaction that was supposed to be. Subriel Matias is telling Tszyu, talk that ish like you be talking in your interviews. Now that I'm in your face, what's good? Are we going to fight? All right. Then Tszyu got to show that type of action right back. Show that type of action. Because let me tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, the way that it's looking right now, Subriel Matias is working with Turkey. So guess this. Subriel Matias is in the driver's seat right now. The table has turned. Or I'm going to keep it fake and say no. Oh, no, nah, because my boy is Tszyu. Nah, he's still in the driver's seat with Turkey and them and Top Rank and them. And he's in the driver's seat with Eddie Hearn and them. No, he not. Subriel Matias is in the driver's seat right now. He's in the driver's seat because Turkey wants to work with Subriel Matias. And everybody working with Turkey. And the promoters is working with Turkey. Top Rank is working with Turkey. Eddie Hearn is working with Turkey. Oscar de la Hoya working with Turkey. And PBC Al Heyman is going to be working with Turkey, as y'all been seeing. You think everybody else is going to F up their bag for Tszyu? No, they're not going to F up their bag for Tszyu because Tszyu is not in the Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying, level where you could tolerate and he's a demand. A fight is a demand. See, we demand right now Subriel Matias versus Teofimo Lopez, Tszyu Richardson Hitch, Tszyu Haney, Tszyu Boots, but it is a demand. But him solo is not a demand. So what they got to do is bring a matchup. What's good, Fight Fairy Films? Con lo 10 pesos. How you put this? Oh, you can't do it because it's not StreamYard. He said, it seems to me that Tszyu reciprocates the same energy that boxing gives him, so self-sabotages. Good looking out with a $10 super chat, my brother. Man, look. See, I understand, Fight Fear Films, I understand. I understand how boxing did Tszyu. I can understand his frustrations. But be frustrated at those who has given you that frustration. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I understand it. And that's why I wanted him to fight Devin Haney August 16th. That's why I wanted him. Because everything that he felt, most of the things that he felt disrespected by the industry, guess what? It comes with Devin Haney expenses career. That's what I've been saying it for like days and lives and videos. That's why I wanted him to fight Devin Haney and put it to rest. Put it to rest. You see like how George Camboso is living off the Teofimo Lopez victory. Everything that has been fogged up and for Teofimo Lopez has come at the expense of Devin Haney. You're not recognized as the youngest lightweight undisputed is Devin Haney. You didn't do a pay-per-view event yet. Devin Haney went to Top Rank and took the pay-per-view event versus Lomachenko when they promised you was going to get a pay-per-view event with Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? And he took out the trash. He took out Teofimo Lopez trash. These are facts. These are facts. People going to be mad at me because I'm keeping it real, because I'm keeping it facts. And then your job is to take over and put it away. Teofimo Lopez fans, we are fans of Teofimo Lopez. We support Teofimo Lopez, but guess what? We support the takeover. And when we see that the takeover is not being implemented, then guess what? You're sending bad signals. Because the takeover is, oh, y'all ain't going to give me the $8 million. Y'all going to give me $8 million? I'm going to F up this guy anyway. Because at the end of the day, that fight was supposed to be easier than Boots anyway. All right, let me get my $8 million. Let me put that in the bank. August 16, I'm back in the ring in December. Or I'm back in the ring in November. Put it that way. Because I know I ain't going to get a nosebleed by Devin Haney. Let me take over. Boom. Let me get this Devin Haney out. Or even before that. Let me beat up. Let me show the world that I am a pay-per-view star. Not downplay yourself. Because remember with the Subriel Matias, he declined the $2.8 million, and that was a guaranteed $2.8 million, the most that Top Rank was ever going to give you, even though you have made more money. But then it was your opportunity to bet on yourself on that pay-per-view and say, you know what? Oh, I'm not going to get nothing unless I make more than $100K. Guess what? Prove to the people that you could sell more than $100K and promote your ass. And Subriel Matias, that would have been a good promotion. It would have been a good promotion. Should have bet on yourself. But that's the thing. He won pay-per-view. They put you with a pay-per-view right here. I don't want the pay-per-view. I want free TV. All right, boom. You go out there to London, go to the Ring Magazine, whatever. Boom, secure that 3-fight deal. Boom, good, yes. He's working with Turkey. Turkey noticed him, but guess what? You know how Turkey noticed him also? Because Canelo Alvarez told, hey, Canelo, Tszyu, sit right here. And if you saw that camaraderie when it was Canelo next to Turkey, next to Ryan, it was Canelo. Siéntate aquí conmigo. Tú vas a estar conmigo. Siéntate aquí. Vamos a hablar con este tigre. When Teofimo Lopez was calling out Terrence Bud Crawford was the only fighter, he said it to the whole world. The whole world was talking about it. The whole world of boxing was talking about what Canelo Alvarez said. Hey, Bud Crawford, if he wants to fight Turkey, wants him to fight Bud Crawford, that Bud Crawford has to fight Teofimo Lopez first. Took him again, está conmigo. When Canelo Alvarez, in his greatest accomplishment to become an undisputed world champion in the super middleweight division when he beat Caleb Plant, he shared the stage with Teofimo Lopez. ¿Cómo ese tigre Teofimo Lopez now gonna be like, he's a flat-footed fighter, he's this, he's that. I got Bud Crawford beating him up. Come on, man. Come on. That's how I know. Shout out to Senior, too, because in that interview, he said, come on. Stop, bro. Stop. Character flaws, bro. Character flaws, man. And he's too good of a person for that. Eso es lo que me quilla. So when you do something publicly, we got to call it out publicly. Eso me quilla, mi hermano. That's character flaws. Deja esa vaina, mi hermano. Déjalo. Work on yourself, my brother. Work on yourself, bro. Because you can't be ishing on people that be supporting you publicly, bro. You can't, bro. You can't. You can't. I don't care what anybody's saying. I don't give a damn what he's saying. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm going to turn like a grown-ass man. Stop with that fake character flaws of yours, bro. Show love to the people that show you love, bro. Stay, yeah, nah, man. Nah, brother. That's like if you in the hood, right? And you may not even like a person so much. And then be like, hey, yo, you may not like this dude or this girl or whatever, but she helped your mom carry the grocery upstairs, or something happened to your mom and he protected your mom in some place. You know, even if you don't know the person or you don't cool with the person, you gotta respect the person. You know what I'm saying? You give them a pass for whatever you have, whatever difference you have, because they respect your parents. You gotta stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Look, look, staying humble is one thing, right? Because in this industry, you know, it's a lonely sport, so you gotta keep that. You gotta keep that ego. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But healthy ego. You gotta keep that confident. But I'm talking about the unnecessary, you know, attack or keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's certain when you go after how you say it? Devin Haney, when y'all going back and forth, yeah, do that. Go back and forth with Devin Haney. If you're mad about Todd above top rank, that's understood. That's understood. I'm not saying that every move he's made. I'm saying I know the frustration, but also there's some. Come on, man. I'm telling you like this. If you disrespect my sister, hey yo, I'm never effing with. And my niece, man, I got a young niece too. But Crawford disrespected your niece, my brother, and your sister in public, bro. And before that, the Haneys was calling your sister a B. I got Crawford. Qué estúpido. I don't know, bro. Hey, yo, I don't know, man. Maybe, hey, maybe it's promo. Hey, man. Come on, man. Just think about it. Everybody in the chat, just think about it. Just think about it. Hey, yo, and you got a sister, and you got, hey, yo, F, you be disrespecting people laughing around. Before that, it's Devin Haney hablándole mierda, esa tigre también. Y tú no vas a pelear ese tigre que le... No, it's around. Even when you got people around. Hey, yo, have me around it. Have me. If I'm around, I'll tell you this. If I'm around Teofimo Lopez, a lot. I don't think that's smiling stiff. We wouldn't be smiling with what happened with the Bud Crawford and his niece. Just like y'all saw me when they was trying to disrespect his dad. These Brooklyn dudes was trying to disrespect his dad. I wasn't playing that ish. Es un amigo. Es un amigo. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Yeah, my fault, my fault. I had to do something right quick. Where we at? 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 Okay. He said Team Haney. Nah, bro. But so what we was talking about. So okay. So yeah, so we got the Matias. We got the Matias and Teofimo Lopez. I believe that this is the fight now that's probably it's probably bigger now than it would have been when they first fought. I mean, when they first was gonna fight. In the Super Bowl week, I don't think it would have been as big. The recent time that if he would have picked Matias rather than fight Barbosa, I don't think it would have been bigger than what it is right now. Right now, we've seen the real face off. We've seen them act up. We've seen Matias put hands on or try to put hands on Teofimo Lopez. So now is a build-up that it needs to happen now. Now people looking at Teofimo Lopez now you need to fight Matias. The next interview I want to see from Teofimo Lopez, whoever's going to interview, if it's me, if it's whoever he chops it up with, I want to see that energy for Matias. I want to see that energy for Matias. I want to see that energy for Matias. Even with that, remember, I even did a video of the potential fight with Teofimo Lopez and Keith Thurman. You know, but when they saw each other, it was more like, let me get a picture. Let me get a this. Oh, here we go. Lolly, lolly. We're friends. And y'all know I'm a supporter of Thurman and Teo. So that fight for me, that would have been perfect. I think that, that fight is a good fight too. Teofimo Lopez stepping up to the welterweight division and fighting Keith from Tom Thurman. If he beats Keith from Tom Thurman, let's not forget that the only blemish in Keith Thurman's resume is Manny Pacquiao. Teo needs to fight a few Magdanelos to get his confidence back. Nah, he got his confidence back. Look at the performance he had with Arnold Barbosa, bro. Ain't nothing is nothing that has to do with Teofimo Lopez's confidence. Teofimo Lopez is in the gym. He a gym rat. Always been a gym rat. It has nothing to do with the confidence. It has to do with also the business side of things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the business gets in the way of the progression. If can you imagine if Floyd Mayweather was telling Al Heyman, no? Nah, man. Nah, Al. Nah, I don't think this is good, Al. Nah, Al. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? If people already, put it this way. If you look at Keith, Teofimo Lopez got Keith Connolly. Keith Connolly right now is probably the top manager in the sport of boxing. And matter of fact, even though that the $11 million was not secure because of the Boots fights was not secure, let's not forget that you still was going to get paid $8 million to fight Devin Haney. Think about it. So Keith Connolly done his job. Teo did his job versus Arnold Barbosa. He did his job. So I understand the frustration. I understand. It's hard. It's even hard for me to be like, it's even hard for me to say, oh, well, Teo, get paid less. I know it's not, I know he looking at certain people, even when I say that, he probably be like, come on, man. I gotta go, but that's still $8 million. And where else you gonna get it? Where else you gonna get it? And the money, man, it's still good giving you money. But now, Subriel Matias is in the driver's seat when it comes to a fight with Teofimo Lopez. Because you heard what Teo said in the recent interview, saying that, oh, whatever Turki Alalshikh, you know what I'm saying, we'll see what Turki. But Turki Alalshikh ain't willing to work with you. So, Punch, quick question. Do you think Teo versus Matias can be possibility considering that Turki banned him? To be honest, as much as I'm... Not right now. You know why? Because there is no way. Because imagine if Teofimo, if Subriel Matias' team tells Turki, oh, I don't want to fight Smith. Can you make this unification bout because it trumps the mandatory, right? Can you make this unification bout with Teofimo Lopez? And he'll be like, no, I don't want that, man. Do you want to do business with me? Well, get the hell out of here, you too. I don't think where Subriel Matias is at right now, he wants to jeopardize it. It's the only reason he's going to fight Smith. It's not because he's really the mandatory and all that stuff. It's because Turki Alalshikh is willing to pull that fight. And you think that Matias is going to say no? Remember, Matias don't even got a major promotional deal. Eddie Hearn dropped him. I know Eddie Hearn right now must be feeling so stupid right now for dropping him so fast. Subriel Matias is working directly with his promoter manager with Turki Alalshikh now. And I know that Turki Alalshikh is not an easy person to play with because think about it. How he got Canelo Alvarez to pull out from the Jake Paul Netflix fight. You know how much money Canelo Alvarez is going to be making just to fight Jake Paul? What about he got so much power and the way that he gives you that ultimatum. Remember with Shy, you remember with Dimitri Bivol? He could have gone out there to PBC to get the David Benavidez fight. And what did Turki Alalshikh said? I don't know the business. I would not bid on that fight. And then he put that release that we remember who did this for you. You basically saying you if you go over there, don't come back running back to me. What did Dimitri Bivol did? Psh, man, I'm going with Turki. F the belt. Boom. So we know that if he doesn't want to work with Tszyu, I even think it's going to be tough for Richardson Hitchens and Teofimo Lopez fight. It's going to be tough. Because remember, Keith Connolly is also a manager. He's just not going to look after Tszyu. He got to look after Richardson Hitchens. And what the Turki Alalshikh said, he's not going to put Richardson Hitchens versus Teofimo Lopez. And he's for sure not going to work with Richardson Hitchens if Richardson Hitchens is not working with Eddie Hearn. So look at the power that Turki Alalshikh got. He's blackmailing you so you could, you got to sign that contract, that promotional contract with Eddie Hearn. Or you would not work with me. Do you want Tszyu? Do you want to work with me? Sign with Eddie. That's some strong arm-ish. That's why I said take the $8 million and you would have knocked out Devin Haney in a spectacular fashion. Then you get the money, the next. You will be his little poster boy. He said it publicly. I never heard Teofimo Lopez say anything bad about Saudi Arabia. The only thing that he said is, why would he go out there after making the comments that he made? But see, that's on him. That's something that. And if also publicly they say that Turki Alalshikh accepted his apology, then he pulled out of the Devin Haney fight. But anyway, Subriel Matias and Teofimo Lopez is one of the premier fights in the 140-pound division, and Subriel Matias is spicing it up, pulling up on Tszyu. Spicing it up, pulling up on Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Teofimo Lopez with that same energy. That same energy that he smacked Ono Barbosa, he should have smacked Subriel Matias. Should have had that same energy. Keep that same energy, baby. Just keep that same energy. Build that fight. Build that fight. Not because Tszyu he's always in shape. He's on a walk. Yo, Teofimo Lopez, one thing you can't take away from Tszyu, he's highly disciplined. Tszyu walks around in 148, 49, 50. He ain't this ballooning up, coming back down, weight bully. It's not that Teofimo Lopez is little. It's that these guys balloon up to 170, 170 something, 175, and try to come back down to make the 140 mark. That's what it is. Tszyu don't do that. Tszyu is like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather in terms of staying disciplined, staying in shape, staying a walk around shape. That once you go to camp, it's all about technique. It has nothing to do with weight camp. Tszyu doesn't do weight camp. So when people saying, yo, you see how small that Tszyu was telling Matias, look how big you got. You just had a fight. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Yeah, I mean, look, everybody got different personality. You know what I'm saying? Tszyu is a good dude at heart, man. He's a good dude at heart. But, you know, as he said, but he wears his emotions out of his sleeves. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the more that you grow, we all got to channel it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that don't show anger, don't show emotions like that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn how to channel it. You have to learn also how to respond, you know? I don't think that Tszyu right away know how to respond when somebody pull up on him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's a street element, you know? But when it comes to that square circle, it's a whole different type of ball game. Anybody that called out Teofimo Lopez like that, you know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez beats Matias in the ring. So the people don't get it confused. When we're talking about inside a square circle, Teofimo Lopez is way better than Matias. I don't want to hear nobody, no, he not. Matias going to knock him out. Shut up. Shut up. We all watch boxing. We all watch boxing. All right? And I'm not saying that always the guy that got more skills beat the guy with lesser skills, because we did see Mayorga versus Forrest. But just I'm here to break down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. We breaking it down. We ain't breaking things down with emotions. I don't want to hear nobody come over here. No, Punch, you gonna knock him out. No, he's scared of Matias. Matias was gonna knock him out like crazy. Gonna kill T in the ring. Shut up. Shut up. He said he declined that fight because he was dealing with he declined that fight because he said that he was in litigation. He was switching the managers. Remember, he went from David McWaters to Keith Connolly, so he wasn't taking any fight until he handles get out that contract, that manager contract, within the time that he was gonna get the Subriel Matias fight. But still, I said it. I did a video about it. I said he should have got that fight. I said he should have signed that for that fight. I said he should have signed that for that fight. The thing is, some of y'all guys some of you guys that like to come to the channel like to say, yo, but Punch, that's your boy. And y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen to the constructive criticism. Y'all don't listen to also when I say he should have fought Subriel Matias and get that 2.8 million and secure that guarantee and show the people that you are a pay-per-view star. Then he said he wants to do free TV. But I was with that fight. I was with the Subriel Matias fight. I was with that fight. So you're not going to go to PBC. And let me tell you like this, the PBC guarantee is not like that either. You got to work for yours. Remember, they have the pay-per-view model. What PBC going to do is give you $2 million and go out there and promote. PBC is not going to give Teofimo Lopez $2.8 million to fight Matias. No. No. They ain't going to give him no $4 million. They ain't going to give him $8 million to fight Devin Haney. No, they not. He said, Turkey about to put PBC. No, it's not. PBC's not going out of business. Y'all need to quit that. The what you gonna watch is Al Heyman working with Turkey. It's Turkey working with Al Heyman. That's what you've been. That's what's gonna happen. PBC is not gonna go out of business because they have a formula that creates revenue. Whether people like it or not, Gervonta Tank Davis create revenue. That's why Gervonta Tank Davis could say, man, please, man, you got to give me 3 Ferraris. Now, 3 Ferraris if you want to work with me. Gervonta Tank Davis is the only one that stand his ground with Turki Alalshikh. And guess what Turki Alalshikh said about Gervonta Tank Davis the last time he spoke about Gervonta Tank Davis? I respect his loyalty. I respect a man with loyalty. See, it's not, oh, see, Turki is not dumb also. He's not dumb. He knows who to manipulate. He knows who could, you know what I'm saying? See how he did Canelo? I think Turki got more respect for Tank than the way that he did Canelo. How the hell Canelo going to pull away from a Jake Paul Netflix fight? Cinco de Mayo. He still could have had that Bud Crawford fight in September. To get to go out there and fight William Score in Reha season. When does Golden Boy got though, match? PBC got names. Are you crazy? People I don't know in this community is why y'all wish on PBC downfall? For what? What bragging? What is the channel? I want to know who is the channel that be like that y'all argue with the PBC? What is the beef? What is the PBC is done? PBC is sailing. PBC is sinking. Al Heyman is trash. Bitch, you dead. Y'all ain't like the David Benavidez versus David Morrell? Y'all ain't like Canelo Alvarez versus Caden Plant undisputed? Y'all ain't like Jamel Charlo versus Castaño undisputed? Y'all don't like Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence undisputed? Y'all ain't like Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder? Huh? Y'all don't like that fight? Y'all don't like these fights? Y'all be acting like he be holding his fighters on bondage and stuff like that. Stephen Fulton, go out there and fight Inoue out there in Japan. TO to PBC just makes sense. He's not going. You think Al Heyman is different. He could work with PBC, but remember, it ain't gonna be that easy. Not to get a Tank fight? Yeah. Get a Rolly fight. See, let me tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Tio should make friends in the business of boxing if he truly wants to take over. He has to make amends. Let Keith do the work right now. Let Keith do the work. Let Senior do the trash talk. And Tio does the steal from the ring. Still promote himself, but in a happy fashion. Not putting nobody down. Not disagree. Just if anything, just keep it to yourself. Promote in a fun way. Do that. Look, the salsa video that he did got him like 300,000 views. 300,000 more followers. That got him to 1 million Instagram followers. Not him talking ish to this one. I'm talking ish. Him doing something out of the box. Keep on doing that stuff out of the box. Let your team handle the business that they got, that you're paying them percentage. And let Keith get the brand in good terms with everybody else. Because let me tell you like this. We was talking about before Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, that Keith, that think about it. Tio wants Keith, he got to work with PBC. Tio wants Tank, he got to be in good standing with PBC. And let me tell you like this. The black racial undertones ain't gonna work good with Al Heyman. Because Al Heyman is what? Okay, right? Let me put it this way. You want Manny Pacquiao? You got to work with PBC. And guess what? Where it stands right now. Peep this, folks. Peep this. Where it stands right now. Rolly Romero will get a Manny Pacquiao fight before Teofimo Lopez. That's how not good in standing business-wise Teofimo Lopez is. That Rolly Romero could get a Manny Pacquiao fight. Rolly Romero. what is in a better position to get a Manny Pacquiao fight than Teofimo Lopez? Think about it. Manny Pacquiao said he's going to keep on fighting. So, and he said he's only going to fight at 147. So who he going to fight? Rolly Romero just beat Ryan Garcia. Common sense says, I'm PBC. I'm putting Pacquiao and Rolly. Easy. Easy. No, I'm putting Pacquiao, and if I'm PBC Al Heyman in-house, I'm already working with Rolly. I am working with Manny Pacquiao. He is a champion. He got a belt. Boom. For Manny Pacquiao to fight for a world title again, it's Rolly. It's Rolly. What will be the sense? Remember, I'm an advisor, a manager. Rolly is with Lou DeCuba. Guess who's running PBC right now? Guess who's running PBC right now? Lou DeCuba is running PBC. Lou DeCuba is running PBC. Tank versus Manny. Boom, another Tank versus Manny. But Tank will have to go to 147. Rapstar Boxing Out is the voice of the UK, London. Tank will have to go to 147. You heard what Manny Pacquiao said. Manny Pacquiao's too old to go to 140 anyway. He said, I'm fighting at 147. Anybody at 147. So Gervonta Tank Davis is going to have to move to 147. Let's not forget that his team was talking about, when we was talking about fight Tszyu, fight Ryan in this way, fight Devin in this way. Oh, he still can make 130. But that would be a huge fight. And if Tank beats, and that's Tank beat Mario Barrios. We're talking about Manny Pacquiao in his next fight. We're talking about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, I believe, could bring Floyd Mayweather out of retirement. I do think so. Or Floyd Mayweather could be like, I don't need to be in the ring. I don't need to be in the ring. But outside of Floyd Mayweather, I could see Pacquiao versus Thurman rematch. Thank you, my brother. I could see Pacquiao, the first guy in the list right now. Mark my words, mark my words, mark my words. Y'all can believe me or not, I could be a drunk in the mic. I could be a drunk in the mic. Pac-Man versus Rolly is going to be the first fight they're going to be talking about. See, if I was Tio, even though that was a great experience, I probably never would have gone. I would never would have gone over there to work out with Manny Pacquiao, because now Manny Pacquiao's gonna look at no, you my friend. I said no. I hope you. Wow, you. I don't want to fight you. He know his regimen. He know how to. You know what I'm saying? Now it don't look like Tio want a Manny Pacquiao fight next. And they asked that to Teofimo Lopez Sr. He said that's never gonna happen. So I see a Pac-Man versus Rolly. Rolly is getting big. Rolly is getting more money and bigger opportunities and main event pay-per-views than, think about it, because Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero was the main card. So Rolly Romero has been in 2 pay-per-view events in which he leads. He's leading with, of course, there's Ryan Garcia, but it's Rolly Romero, the main event. Gervonta Tank Davis, Rolly Romero. PBC got Manny Pacquiao, the welterweight division with a Rolly Romero. You think that's not going to be the next move for PBC? And you guys going to be like, oh, PBC is sinking? PBC ain't sinking. That was a sold-out show for Manny Pacquiao, PBC. Sold-out show. And the Fundura Timzu was a great fight as well. That could have been a main event in any card. In any card. Gary Russell Jr. was in the prelims. I don't want to hear this. Shout out to Rehan Season, shout out to Turki Alalshikh, but shout out to Al Heyman and PBC Tom Brown as well. And guess what? That brought revenues. See, let me tell you like this. Even though these cars are good, remember this was in the ring 3 was in a tennis court. It didn't even sell out. It didn't even sell out. The ring 3 with Edgar Berlanga and Shiraz and Shakur Stevenson versus Cepeda, that was in a tennis court. And it didn't even sell out. Do you know how many tickets they gave out? They gave out probably like, to be honest, they probably gave out almost close to 4,000 tickets. Berlanga was giving out tickets like flyers in Brooklyn. That's number one. We know that. Ain't even sell out. And I checked. I even checked when the prelims was happening, there was still tickets left. A lot. A lot. Diaz Toe said, I was there, it was barely full. I know. Trust me, I know. And I know how to get the numbers too. But guess who? But guess what? Who was sold out? The ladies sold out. The ladies sold out. All lady card in Madison Square Garden sold out. Most valuable promotion sold out. Manny Pacquiao, Las Vegas sold out. MGM Grand sold out. They bring in revenue. Turki Alalshikh, to be honest, he's losing money. It doesn't matter to him, but he's losing money. Tell me one event that he's gaining money. Tell me one event. See, if you would have put that Ryan Garcia, Rolly, and T.O. and stuff in Madison Square Garden, they would have sold out. But let me tell you like this as well. I was in that press conference leading up to the fight, press week. There was a lot of people outside. This was 34th Street. Nobody knew who these guys were. Nobody knew who these guys were like that. Sometimes these guys, because it's fight week and there's a lot of press, but once it's not fight week, like I was saying in the beginning of the live, these people are not known like that. These fighters are not celebrities yet. Fondora's sister is a beast. Fondora's has enrolled into Harvard too. Or he was just, or that was just him talking like the shirt. They were putting tickets on windshields at the doorstop. Yo, it's crazy, bro. Yo, boxing is so much of a niche sport. Yo, we in a bubble right now. We in a little bubble right now. In all reality, yo, boxing is not. Yo, in America, people are just as intrigued with golf than boxing. How do you develop an icon? How can you develop something like Canelo? How you develop something like a Floyd? And this is how, in my opinion, this is what I say. You guys could disagree with me on, y'all want, and it's cool. I'm here to educate. Y'all could educate me right back. Teofimo Lopez had the ingredients to be the face of American boxing. Teofimo Lopez had the ingredients, the style to be the face of American boxing. One thing about Teofimo Lopez that's not good: momentum. As much as Floyd was stressed out, as much as Canelo Alvarez had his beef with Gold Dubois Promotions, as much, look at many, all these guys, if you look at their career, was consistent. Consistent. I'm fighting 3 times a year, 2 times a year, 2 times. I don't know. Even, yo, I'm going to tell you like this. Even Floyd Mayweather going to jail, he's more active than these fighters today. Even going to jail, he's more active. He's just as active. Floyd Mayweather going to jail, he's just as active as Bud Crawford. Think about it. Another thing. The reason why guys like you know why Shane Mosley is training right now. You know why even Paulie Malignaggi, well, he's going to bare knuckle. You know why Manny Pacquiao was here? Manny Pacquiao was here, and they asked him, "Are you ready to retire?" Not really. You know why? Because nobody has done nothing significant outside of Bud Crawford being Earl Spence in the manner that he did. Outside of that, nobody has done nothing more significant for to having done anything more significant than what Manny Pacquiao has done. The best win in the welterweight division, outside of Bud being Canelo, outside of Bud being Spence, was Pacquiao beating Keith Thurman. Then before that, the biggest win was Sturman and Porter. Look at this welterweight division. Man, if I was Manny Pacquiao could compete in this welterweight division till he's 55 years old. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there that's going to. Nobody in the welterweight division. Think about it. Okay, Manny Pacquiao versus Devin Haney. What the hell does Manny Pacquiao fear Devin Haney? He's going to 147. What has Brian Norman Jr. has done for Manny Pacquiao to be like, oh my God, I have to truly think about these people. Who? Blair Cobbs. Who in 147? Who? Giovanni. Who in 147 that Manny Pacquiao needs to... He don't fear nobody, but now the welterweight division is one of the weakest division, just like the middleweight division. He said, Tszyu will be sent to the hospital. Ay, mi madre. Ahí viene la gente. Ahí viene la gente. Ahí viene. See, that's like when you give Matias a little bit of a props, ahí viene uno que quiere coger la... They want to take the whole pizza. Thinking now Matias is going to send Tszyu to the hospital. ¿Verdad? Coño. Yo, for real, man. It's one thing about yo, Shy, you remember? And you know, I love it. I love it, though, because I've been saying it. I love when the Puerto Rican fan base are on the up and up in the sport of boxing because they're so loyal and they're so supportive in North America. I feel Puerto Rican when there's Puerto Rican, when there's a good Puerto Rican boxer out there. Hey, yo, when Amanda Serrano is fighting, you see me in Madison Square Garden. Que bonita bandera, que bonita. Yo me porto puertorriqueño también, nene. Yo me pongo puertorriqueño because I love it. But don't get delusional ahora. Ay, Matias mata, tío. Oh, my God. Ay. Se están pasando ustedes, ya. Because let's be honest. Matias doesn't do nothing better than Teofimo Lopez. Maybe his pressure, but even his pressure, to be honest, come on, we saw his pressure. He had his hand down. Vamos. He didn't block nothing. He was just... Matias was ready to go out. Meaning, like, either he knocked me out or either I knock him out, he knocked me out. He had no game plan. And you could respect the warrior spirit of Matias. But with a guy like Teofimo Lopez, boy, you ain't no Teo, bro. Boy, you is no Teo. Teo is this. No se hagan ustedes, porque ustedes ven que le hizo así con los lentes. Oh my God, ya lo va a matar, tigre. They're going to have a rude awakening. Liam Parrow le ganó a Matias. Pues no te hagan ustedes. Don't turn dumb now. Puello is another good fight. Yeah, but that fight is not going to happen. Puello is too quiet. Haney would not make the Norman fight. Mark my words. Vamos a hablar de eso ahora. So Brian Norman Jr. had a recent interview when he stated that I think it was with Sean Porter, right? So he had the interview with Sean Porter, and they was discussing the potential fight with the VADA testing, right? And they saying that Bill Haney, Devin Haney is trying to pull out of the fight because they want them to have extensive or extended whatever drug testing. I'm going to say it right here, and I've been keep on saying it, and I don't want to sound like how people always be like, yo, Punch, you a Devin Haney hater. I'm not a Devin Haney hater. I'm keeping it real because I know what I know. I know what I know, and I know what I've seen. All right? I don't understand why people still enroll in the VADA. I don't know why people get tested by VADA. I don't even trust VADA with nothing. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I don't trust VADA with nothing. Nothing. I don't trust Caca. I don't trust the Pablo Escobar PDs. I tell everybody right now, every fighter you're looking on right now, if you got a cousin, you got a friend, if you one of the coaches, Mark my words when I tell you this. If you are enrolling to VADA and your opponent deals with the Pablo Escobar of PEDs, do not enroll into VADA. If you want to be a sucker, be a sucker. Be a sucker. Because let me tell you like this. It is just not about you enrolling to VADA. No. People know exactly. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. They know exactly what you got in your body. They know exactly what you file. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. When you sign up to CACA, right? Vamos a decirlo así. So your boy Mr. Moonshine don't get sued. Right? When you sign to CACA, right? They give you a form. You're supposed to put everything in that form that goes inside your body. But let me tell you the perks. Let me tell you the perks of working with the Pablo Escobar of PEDs. Okay, when you get tested, he knows when you're going to get tested. Not only when you get tested, he knows what's inside your body. I'm not talking about his clients. I'm talking about the people the opponents of his clients. Ese tigre sabe todo. And he'll find a loophole. If you ain't put that file in, he'll find a loophole. Yeah? That's the allegedly conspiracy. He'll find a loophole. And that's why they found El Ostering. They found a little loophole in the inconsistency of Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia didn't. Yo lo digo así mismo. I don't care what anybody say. Ryan Garcia didn't test positive con esa vaina. Ese tigre estaba con mi amigo in Washington Heights, and he's the DJ. He was getting the dude was in the club with the chicks having orgies and stuff like that in New York the whole week. Fumando hierba y toda esa vaina. Ese tigre no estaba en no PEDs. Que me importa lo que la gente dice. Que yo no soy loco. I know what I know. I know what I know. That dude was even barely working out. Who uses PEDs and don't work out? You gotta work out to use PEDs. Ryan Garcia was in the worst shape of his career. People that use PEDs work out and work out hard. That's the reason why you do PEDs. They found a loophole. Y se lo comieron a ese tigre. That's what it is. So look what Brian Oman Jr. said. In the interview with Sean Porter, I think it was today or yesterday, and he said, "Oh, but these guys work with Pablo. Oh, maybe they'll put something. Maybe they'll come with a different test results." Brian Oman Jr., let me tell you right now, if I were you, I won't enroll. I'm not saying not enrolling that I don't believe in 365 days testing 24/7. I'm not saying that I don't believe in testing. I'm not saying that I want fighters to be drugged up. I'm not saying none of that. But let me tell you something. What happened in this sport of boxing? There's a lot of people that get caught, and they won't even say nothing. You know why? Because remember what CACA is. CACA is a third party. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm Punch Drunk Boxing. Right? I'm Punch and Jerry. I'm gonna fight Jerry. Right? We sign up for VADA. Right? I'm Jerry. I'm Punch. I'm fighting Jerry. We sign up for VADA. Let's say Punch. I'm gonna say Jerry, but they don't cut the Jerry pops dirty. Jerry pops dirty. It don't go to nobody but the teams. If my team says, "Now we're gonna go publicly, or we're gonna send this to the commission that you pop dirty," or stuff like that, or que esa vaina, ya lo eso bien. If I have my team have the right to go public, my team have the right to, hey yo, my man, hey yo, you see the test, you pop dirty, bro. And then I'll be like, but let me get $300,000 more. And we keep it on the rug. What you pop dirty for? That's all right. That's nothing. But if you want this $300,000, okay, boom. That happens a lot in the sport of boxing. Por ese tigre. That dude, Pablo. Man, don't trust him with nobody. I don't trust that I don't trust Vada. I don't trust Kaka, Vada, Pablo. I don't trust none of them. If I was Brian Norman Jr., I won't sign up. Even though I believe that all fighters should be signed up, but because of the affiliation, cannot be trusted. I hope that there's another organization or the agency. You know what? I don't want Kaka in boxing. They're already tainted, and that's the problem. That's the problem. They're already tainted. They're already tainted. A matter of fact, especially, and this is what I mean. This is why I don't know. I know why. I know why I don't get media credentials. I know why. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. What a lot of people also don't know. When we go live, us boxing content creators, remember, it's not Top Rank that looks at us. It's not Al Heyman that's looking at the channels. It is not Oscar De La Hoya he does look at Punch One Boxing, but it's not. Other people got a job in media contact with the promotional team. They see us. See, I'm blackballed not by Bob Arum. I'm blackballed by Evan Korn from Top Rank. I'm not blackballed by Al Heyman. They didn't like Leonard Ellaby, who blocked me, didn't like that I was going back and forth with about Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tan Davis, and I was making a lot of Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. Remember all those videos, and then all of a sudden they don't want to give me no media credentials. I'm not blocked by certain people, right? And I know the guy from PBC and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy that Tom Brown. I don't know why. I want to speak to him. I don't know why he's not. Why he has me blocked or why? What did I say? And whatever I said, let's work around that and see. The thing is, I'ma ask. They know I'ma ask some questions, and not even tough questions. It's not even tough questions. I'ma ask certain questions. A lot of people look at Mike Coppinger. He has like two interviews an hour. Why nobody asks Turki Alalshikh? Turki, you have all this money. You want to do great things in the sport of boxing, right? How about with all the money that you have, everybody that's on rehab season should be getting tested 24/7, 365. You don't have to deal with all these fighters saying all these things. Everybody. And you're going to pay for it. You're the money guy. Just like in any other sport. Kobe Bryant, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, but let's say Stephen Curry doesn't pay VADA to get tested individually. He don't come out of pocket. That's why these fighters, if I was a fighter right now, I won't be paying VADA. I won't even want to get tested. I don't care if you get tested. You know what? Paga pa esa vaina. Now, if I'm Canelo, I got Canelo money, maybe yes. But you know how much money to get tested all year round? $70,000 to $90,000. $70,000 to $90,000 to get tested all year round. ¿Tú crees que I'm a fighter that's gonna come out of my pocket when I'm probably don't even get? I don't even get. I'm barely getting what, $1 million clean. Remember, you gotta pay taxes, belt fee, sanctioning fees, medical fee, manager percentage, promoter percentage, camp fee. And then tú me vas a quitar another $90,000. Mira, that's why fighters are not tested. No, nobody should be enrolling to that. No, it has to be the belt federations, or it has to be guys like Turki Alalshikh pay for everybody. You won't see that everybody going to be tested. One thing I like about PBC, they don't be trusting even. The only reason why Caitlin Plant probably tests with VADA is because he's sponsored by Victor Conte, and Victor Conte pays his camp fee and stuff like that in the testing. Like Devin Haney, Victor Conte pays for that. Victor Conte pays for the testing and stuff like that. It's easy for Devin Haney to tell everybody, oh, get tested, yeah. Everybody that I don't know, even if I don't know if Bam Rodriguez is with Victor Conte, but even with Bam Rodriguez too, they pay for the camp fee and all that stuff. That's by being that's if they're okay. I don't know too much about the Bam Rodriguez situation. Just because you got a snack shirt doesn't mean that you train with snack. That you train with Victor Conte and the facility and stuff like that. Some fighters are just ambassadors to the line, to snack. Some fighters are snack fighters. Devin Haney is a snack fighter. Demetrius Andre is a snack fighter. Terrence Crawford is a snack fighter. Yeah. Caleb Plant's a snack fighter. They get their blood work done with Victor. I'm on, brother. Take care. Keep going. Thank you, bro. I'm not saying there's nothing bad with testing. It's just that he's tainted and cannot be trusted. That's what it is. I'm glad that Devin Haney is getting tested. I'm glad that Caleb Plant and Bam Rodriguez and Virgil Ortiz and Amanda and Tszyu, all these people, all these fighters get tested. I want them to get tested. But when it comes to a fighter that's fighting another fighter that is affiliated with Victor Contes of the world, Tamemos of the world, they can't be mad if the whole camp is not trusted. Good looking out, man, Peña. Appreciate you, brother. Carolina, Puerto Rico. That's where my family live at, bro. Peña. Carolina, man. I like Carolina. Not too far from the airport, man. Give me 15 minutes there, bro. But yeah, man. Okay, I did a video about this earlier, so talk to me, folks. Talk to me. Let me know if I'm blowing things out of proportion. Give me the reasons why. Shout out to Carolina, Puerto Rico. Give me the reasons why. I remember when I was in Carolina, I went to Burger King. I remember, and this girl was looking at me, and she was with a man, and then her man said, porque tú lo estás chetando a él, porque tú lo miras así. ¿Ah? Tú lo quieres, tú lo amas. Tú lo quieres, tú lo amas. Yo, I felt sorry for her. Yo, he slapped her like if somebody violated his mother. Because you know out there is that reputation of que los boricuas, they be man celoso, they be man jealous. And yet, no, and I had the uptowns, when the uptowns came with the patent leathers, and she said, no, me gusta los tenis. Oh, te gusta los tenis. And eso es lo que he was telling her. Te gusta los tenis. Te gusta, le gusta, tú le gusta. And when she was, sí, me gusta, when she was looking down, he gave her an uppercut smack. Dragged her out the Burger King. I said, yo. I'm like, and I ain't gonna say nothing. También, he had a gat on him too. Mira, that's your relationship. And he gave me and then he tried to give me a pound when he was dragging his girl out. If Tio fight with Matias, it would close though. But yeah, that was Carolina for you. But all right, tell me this, folks. Why would you think? We seen what we seen. We seen Alexander Usyk career. Why would anybody not have Alexander Usyk pound for pound number one? And I did a video, and I have certain opinions why certain people won't accept Alexander Usyk pound for pound number one. And let me give you my opinion. Let me give you my opinion, and then y'all give me yours in the comment section. All right, here we go. Because the American toxic boxing fan hate to give props to any fighter within a division that we don't have a fighter to support, to be fans of, that's one. Because we just love to hate. Another thing, because they look at Alexander Usyk as a white boy. Why am I saying that? Because I know how certain communities, certain big channels, certain fighters was hating on Vasily Lomachenko when he was regarded pound for pound #1, and Floyd Mayweather publicly said that, you know, because they were saying he said that Terrence Crawford is really the best fighter of the world, really pound for pound #1, right? And he said that he said that it was still racism in the sport of boxing. So if Floyd Mayweather felt that it was race because it's Vasily Lomachenko #1, around that same time, that's when Devin Haney did the interview that said, "I would never lose to a white boy." Right? We heard that before. We heard Bernard Hopkins say we would never lose to a white boy. Right? We heard Anthony Durrell said he would never lose to a white boy. So I think it don't matter what all the great things that Alexander Usyk has done. They look at him like a white boy, and a white boy is never should be better than the brother. That's another reason. That's two reasons, right? I said the American toxic boxing fan, we don't like anything that's great. We wanna trash everything, just like we trash our own fighters, right? Second is there's a small community of black folks that's been highly outspoken, that has a community also that look at Alexander Usyk and won't give in to Usyk being #1. They have to say, "Oh no, Bud Crawford is #1." What's good, Sport Box TV official with the building? What's good, my brother? Oh, yeah, Lisa Lopez. I remember that. So it's either that, because remember, so there is, and see, I think I'm the only one that speak about this. I don't know why people be so afraid to speak on certain things that is in the community. It's just like when we talk about baseball, not baseball, I'm sorry, like basketball, or like white man can't jump. There is a myth that people say that black athletes, or black people are the most athletic people in the world, right? So when they feel like Alexander Usyk is, he not pound for pound. Nah, Bud is the man. Nah. Bud is #1. It doesn't matter what Usyk did. Usyk ran through his division in the cruiserweight division, beat every champion that was undefeated. All these champions was undefeated. He did it away. He did it on the Muhammad Ali tournament. So meaning he not only just beat these guys, he beat them in a tournament in which we always beg boxing, yo, give us a tournament so these guys can pick and choose and who they're going to fight next, how they're going to fight them, and when they're going to fight them, right? Alexander Usyk did it away. We give props for fighters like Devin Haney to go to Australia, Earl Spence to go to Sheffield, England. Oh, yo, he went and got the belt away. Guess what? All these foreigners do it all the time. Lomachenko did it. Alexander Usyk did it. Manny Pacquiao did it. 8th division world champion. He didn't do it in the Philippines. He did it over here, right? So Alexander Usyk did the cruiserweight. He jumped to the heavyweight division and he got Tyson Fury twice, Anthony Joshua twice, and he got Daniel Dubois twice. Bro, and he's way smaller than everybody else. He weight less. He's giving up 20 to 30, 40 pounds. So when people say, well, Bud Crawford is a 4th division world champion, if you match the weights, if you add up the weights, yeah, Alexander Usyk is a damn 5th, 7th division world champion. We added the damn weights too. Because this guy's weighing 250 pounds, 260, 70 pounds, Tyson Fury. 260, 70 pounds Tyson Fury is weighing. Anthony Joshua was 250 pounds, solid muscle. Danny Dubois as well. Don't forget Derek Chisora as well. That beat Joy Joyce. Let's not forget about that. Did he beat Joy Joyce? Was it Joy Joyce? And Alexander Usyk is older than all these guys. He's smaller and older. Come on, man. Alexander Usyk is pound for pound #1. No debates. He's pound for pound to the man retires, bro. He's pound for pound to the man retires. And that's what I'm saying. I can only see that the only reason the people that don't want to give him pound for pound #1 and want to give it to Bud, come on, Bud is a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. He get major props for that. But come on. Look at what Bud Crawford has done recent. He hasn't fought in a year, and the last time he fought was versus Majumov. Majumov was 10-0, was not elite, not a former champion, not a champion, and he almost lost, arguably lost by 1 round. You know what I'm saying? And then think about it. He beat Earl Spence in 2023. It seems like it was right around the corner. No, that's 2 years ago. And then 3 years, and then before the Earl Spence fight, Terrence Bud Crawford fought Dave Avanesian. I'm sorry, you can't hold no pound for pound #1 spot. You can't hold that spot. And then all of a sudden, and then now, yeah, you know, Usyk became a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed in within 12 months. When you got in what in since for 36 for a whole career. Nah, man, you're not pound for pound #1, bro. And to be honest, right now, if I give the #1, #2, #3, #1 Usyk, #2 is Inoue, that's locked. If Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, becomes a 3-division world champion, beat Canelo Alvarez, moving to 3-division, then okay, then we talking about okay, #1 spot. We talking about that. #1 spot, #2 spot, but we could talk about the #1 spot, Bud Crawford, if he beats Canelo Alvarez. But as of right now, I don't even think that Bud Crawford is #3. I don't even think that Bud Crawford is #3. Looking at resume right now, and I haven't had him at #3, but I've been thinking about it like maybe I've been unfair to him because he beat one of my favorite fighters. But Dimitri Bivol could be #3 right now. He beat Beterbiev. He beat Subriel Matias. He beat Canelo Alvarez. He beat these guys. It within the past three years. He beat these guys. These are pound for pound, 2 pound for pound caliber of fighters in Canelo Alvarez and Beterbiev. And the first fight, people were saying that Bivol won. So Dimitri Bivol could be #3, bro. Could easily be #3. Bam Rodriguez could easily be my #4. My #4. He's consistent. These guys are consistent. We're talking about these guys that are consistent, active, fighting elite fighters. And then maybe I could give Bud 5, but then I'm going back and forth for whether he's 5 or Canelo Alvarez is 5. To be honest, arguably, I know y'all, some people gonna think I'm crazy. It's arguably that Terrence Bud Crawford today, I'm not talking about what he's done his whole career. Comparing what these guys have done recently, Bud Crawford may be out the top 5. Ooh, punch is crazy. Yeah, I said it. Usyk, Inoue, Bivol, Bam. You could put Bud #4. I'm just saying it's arguably. Bam #4, Canelo #5, and Bud #6. He said, John, stop. He said, stop. He said, Canelo got losses, man. Canelo lost to a Bivol moving up the weight class. And then he beat Triple G. And then he beat another undisputed. Wait a minute. So y'all not gonna give Canelo Alvarez credit for being the undisputed Jermell Charlo? Because if you're not going to give Canelo Alvarez any credit for being Jermell Charlo, then Canelo Alvarez gets no credit in beating Bud Crawford. So then it's a cherry pick by Canelo Alvarez. It's a master cherry pick. I don't want to hear this praising of Bud versus Canelo, and then y'all want to shit on Canelo Alvarez beating Jermell Charlo, the undisputed at 154, and 154 where Terrence Buff Crawford struggled. That's why Canelo Alvarez should have never fought this fight. I give credit to Canelo for being Jermell Charlo. I don't want to hear nobody talk that shit. Jermell Charlo. Man, Jermell Charlo would have beat Bud Crawford too. Jermell Charlo beats Bud Crawford at 154. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. What makes y'all think that Bud beats Jermell Charlo? Yeah. Look what he did versus Majumov. Please, man. We're talking about the undisputed at 154 that ran through his division, bro. Cleaned out his division. Nah, bro. Bud would have beaten Jermell Charlo. Fuck out of here. Y'all just hate Jermell Charlo because he was PBC. Usyk, Bivol, Bud. Arguably, I'm not saying that Bud can be top 3. I say it could be arguably also that Bud could be out of the top 5. I say arguably. I'm not saying that he is, but arguably there's a good legitimate argument that right now Bud could be out of the top 5. First, he's inactive. He hasn't been in the ring in a year. If I took out Juan Francisco Estrada out my pound-for-pound list because he was not active, why wouldn't I do it with Bud Crawford? The last great win for Bud Crawford has been the Earl Spence. But ladies and gentlemen, that was 2 years ago. And then before Earl Spence, he beat David Avanesian. And before that, he didn't fight in a year. He beat Sean Porter. That's been the problem with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford is literally fighting 1 time a year. I can't keep him at number 1 nor number 2 while everybody is active. Inoue fought this year already. Inoue fought this year. Usyk just fought. Canelo fought this year. Canelo, this is going to be his 2nd fight. Bud Crawford should have fought already. He ain't had no injury. Bud Crawford. And the thing is, Bud Crawford is fighting 1 time a year with no excuses. No excuses. He don't have no injury. He don't have no surgery. Why is he out for a whole year for? Oh, I'm going to keep him up there because of what he did to Earl Spence, and he's going to stay there. Huh? No, he's not number 1. He's not number 2. Come on, look at Bivol. Look at Bivol, bro. Let's look at Bivol. Let me see. Let's look at what Bivol done lately, man. Hold on. Sound okay. Oh. I want to see Bivol versus David Benavidez, but Turki Alalshikh, man, he closed that opportunity, man. He be blocking those fights. He blocked that fight. That's why there's certain great things that Turki Alalshikh have been doing, but there's certain things that he hasn't done good, in my opinion. And yo, don't forget, people, y'all already know, man, we're gonna give out tickets. Y'all already know. Shout out to the humanitarian The humanitarian, the YTBC, Charles Edward Queso. We giving out tickets for the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford this September. You gotta wait on it. It's coming real soon. The winner will be announced real soon because I know who the supporter has been. You know, we're gonna give it to the supporter. We're gonna give it supporter. Become a member to the channel real soon. We got the seatings. Hotel and flight and ticket. +1. +1. We got your flight. We got your hotel. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like, baby. Become a member to the mother effing channel, baby. All right. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Damn. All right. Yo, look at this resume, bro. October 30th. Lyndon Arthur. Suldo Ramirez. Canelo Alvarez. Joe Smith Jr. Sean Pascal. Sullivan Barrera. But in the past 2 years, 3 years, beating Canelo and Suldo Ramirez back-to-back. Lyndon Arthur knocked out Malik Zanner and then went to October 30th lost, but beat him in the rematch. Yo, Bivol could easily be my pound for pound number 3. This guy has fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and Bud Crawford 3 times in the past 3 years. Bivol's fought 6 times. Bivol fought 6 times. Bud Crawford has fought 3 times. Canelo Alvarez also has fought. I know pound for pound is opinionated. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Canelo Alvarez has fought 7 times. 7 times. Canelo Alvarez has fought 7 times. 7 times. In the past 3 years. And Bud Crawford fought 3 times. But y'all want me to put Bud Crawford over Canelo Alvarez. ¿Qué se va? Ustedes. Canelo Alvarez is my number 4, my number 5. Bud Crawford is not in my top 5. Mama with Bud Crawford. How many times before? Mira. No, you think it's not as hating. We got to keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. Mira. Mira esto, mi gente. Mira esto, mi gente. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. 3 times in the span of 3 years. Canelo Alvarez fought 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. He said that's bias and subjective. That's bias and subjective. Inoue ain't been fighting no one lately. But let's see, Inoue, let's see. Rap star doesn't like Inoue's praise. Let's see. Let's see what Naoya Inoue has done in the past 3 years. Let's go. 3 years. Mira. Psh. Now he ain't no order for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now he ain't no order for 8 times in the span 3 years. But y'all think I'm going to put a guy that only fought 3 times in the span 3 years. And we're talking about pound for pound list. Now, let's see what Naoya Inoue has done. Let's go back to 3 years ago when he beat in the tournament. And he was in the tournament. Okay. Started out with beating Nonito Donaire. Unifying titles. Undisputed then. Paul Butler became undisputed. He was supposed to fight Casimero. He moves up. Fights Stephen Fulton undefeated. Then, same year, becomes undisputed within 12 months. Beats former champion Luis Neri. Goes to Japan. World champion. Defends it. All of them winning by knockouts. Inoue is my number 2. Inoue number 2. Usyk number 1. Let me see Usyk. How many times he's performing? He's a heavyweight. He probably... He probably have fought more times than Bud Crawford as well. Vamos ver. In the span of 3 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. Look who he's beaten in the past 3 years. Anthony Joshua, Danny Dubois, Tyson Fury twice, Danny Dubois. Where I put Bam? Bam number 4 right now. Bam number 4. Bam. Let's go to Bam. Let's go to Bam Rodriguez. Let's go to Bam Rodriguez. Hold on. Boxing, man. Bam Rodriguez. 1. And he had a broken jaw. Remember? 1. B. Cuadras. Romveside. Israel Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. 4. Sonny Edwards. 5. Juan Francisco Estrada. 6. Guevara. 7. And Cafu. Bam Rodriguez has fought 8 times. And all these fights, ladies and gentlemen, are championship fights. We ain't talking about this. All these fights are championship fights. I'm going to say it right now. F you. Bud Crawford is not top 5 pound for pound. Bud Crawford right now currently is not top 5 pound for pound. He's too inactive to these guys that's been putting in work. Sorry, he's not top 5 pound for pound. He got skills, but his last opponent was Majamov. The Earl Spence fight was 2023. And before that, 2022 was Dave Avanesian. And then he fought Sean Porter in 2021. Nah, brother. Sorry. You're not pound for pound top 5. You lost that. You could get it back if you beat Canelo. They hype Crawford up too much. Yeah, they hype. And it's not even that Bud Crawford is not great. Is that when we're comparing him to other great fighters right now, these other great fighters are putting in too much work. It's not even about, I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying that Bam is better than Bud, or Dimitri Bivol is better than Bud, or Canelo is better than Bud, or in terms of skillful as a fighter, but if you look at the top 5, my top 5 right now, they've put in work. Who am I going to take out of put Bud Crawford right now? Look, this guy already became a 2-division world champion, beating guys that's, look, he already beat Sonny. Look, Sonny Edwards was undefeated. He beat Cuadras Rumberside that beat both Chocolatito and Juan Francisco Estrada. I'm sorry, nah, bro, nah. Baron Rodriguez is my top 5, baby. Baron Rodriguez is my top 5. This is no hate on Bud. Bud is just has not been active enough like these fighters. Alexander Usyk, Ino Uwe, Bivol, Baron Rodriguez, and Canelo Alvarez. That's just my opinion, though. I thought that was pound for pound meant. Whose skill and style beat anyone's style? I don't know, because I was looking at Bud Crawford versus Madrimov. To be honest, I didn't think he won that fight. And I'm saying in my mind, how this dude 10-0 is catching who a man faints. You flinching and feints. You was looking like Deontay Wilder in the first half of the fight versus Tyson Fury. He was flinching on feints. Catching 3 right hands in a row. Even Turki Alalshikh didn't. Turki Alalshikh in the post-fight interview was talking about Virgil Ortiz. Remember he said to face who he said? He said, I'd like to see Virgil versus Bud. He didn't even want to mention Canelo Alvarez versus Bud. He said, what about Virgil versus Bud? Remember? Like people get exactly, I feel the same way. And if Canelo whoops Bud, what? Oh no, we were gonna say, nah, Bud was daring to be great. Bud was daring to be great. But then when we use that to Charlo, y'all don't give him credit. Why Jermell Charlo got out the pound for pound list? Because he lost to Canelo. Why they took my guy Jermell Charlo out the pound for pound list? Because he went 2 division up and lost to Canelo, right? Daisy said Turkey is Crawford's sugar daddy. He said, yo, Punch, you talked to Tio? No, I haven't spoken to Tio in a minute. Hopefully he's doing good. And his beautiful son is doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they, you know, fatherhood is prominent in sport of boxing. He's being a great father to his son. That's one of the good things. I'm happy for him. He got the chance to spend some time with his son, spend some time with his dad. You know, Canelo number 2. But no, I haven't spoken to Tio. I haven't spoken to Tio in a minute. I've been live for what? Almost 2 hours, right? You ever worked and spar? Yeah, man. Whoever fight Tio, they officially crashing out. Tio is my favorite. Tio is my guy, man. Tio is my guy, bro. Tio's my... I rock with Tio, win, lose, or draw, just like I rock with Thurman, win, lose, or draw. Just like I rock with Demetrius Andre, win, lose, or draw. You know, once you got certain, you know, if Teofimo Matias fight, I believe Tio stops him. I think, yo, I think that Tio actually will play around with Matias. Tio will do the same thing, and maybe even worse, because at least Matias don't even use the jab. At least, even Steve Claggett uses a jab. Matias just overwhelmed Puello, and Puello let himself be overwhelmed like that. There you go. Look at you. See, guys? There you go, guys. Look. Look, you see in the chat? This is what I was talking about. Look at this one. He said, distinguished black gentleman. He said, Usyk. See, that's why I make the videos that I make, folks. I don't want nobody to come around here and say, yo, Punch, stop saying that. That's not true. See, look what distinguished black gentleman just said. Usyk, the pink creature, the most overrated white boy in history, the new Rocky Marciano for white boys. Now y'all understand what I've been talking about? Now y'all see why I say what I say? Thank you. Thank you for clarifying my position, distinguished. I appreciate that in the chat. You proved me right. You proved me right. You proved me right. So when I make videos, I want you to, because I know there's some people that even support the channel that be like, yo, Punch, man, don't say that, Punch. Nah, man, it has nothing to do with race, Punch. It has nothing to do with race. I'm telling you, bro. The reason there's people that do not want to give Usyk pound for pound, that want to position him as pound for pound #1 in their list, is because they look at him like a white boy. And they would not want to put him over at Terrence Bud Crawford. Just like they was mad when people was praising Vasily Lomachenko and they were saying that, oh, they just doing it because he's a white boy. I know how there's a small community of black people feel about white athletes. They feel like they're superior. They feel black athletes are superior to whites. And in boxing, boxers have explained that they will never lose to their fighters. They will never lose to a white boy. Devin Haney said he would never lose to a white boy. Bernard Hopkins, I would never lose to a white boy. You know why? Because there is a small community that looks down also on white. Just like how in the history people look down, whites may have looked down on black. When it comes to the athletic field, there are black people, that look down on white athletes. They're less superior than them. Am I lying? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if I'm lying. Because y'all my peoples in the chat. Let me know your punch. Nah. You talking out of your Grand Canyon. Am I lying? Look what the distinguished black gentleman said on my channel right now. Usyk is a beast. That's all I know. Usyk is pound for pound #1. Usyk is pound for pound #1. You don't see these guys like Cigar Shop. I seen his little tweet. Oh, yo, why they putting him top 5 or top heavyweight? He's only got a little bit of fights. Well, Sugar Ray Leonard always also had a little bit of fights, but I even have Sugar Ray Leonard as my top 3 GOATs. I have Sugar Ray Leonard as probably the GOAT. It's either Sugar Ray Leonard, Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time on my list. The greatest of all time. My top 3. And depending how I feel in the day, I put Muhammad Ali #1, or I put Sugar Ray Leonard #1, or I put Manny Pacquiao #1. That's my goal. Like it's not gonna change. For me. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Manny Pacquiao. Go. Some of y'all gonna be like, well, he lost so many. Manny lost to Mayweather. It's more. He done enough. He done something that is probably in the sport of boxing will never be done again. Joe Kawasaki is undefeated. Rocky Marciano is undefeated. Manny Pacquiao has done something in the sport of boxing that would never be duplicated ever again. What about Hagler? Hagler got beaten. Why Hagler? Hagler just beat smaller guys. Hagler beat Durang and Hearns. They're coming up. They're the one that daring to be great. I never seen Hagler dare to be great in terms of moving up. Hearn moved up to dare to be great. Roberto Duran, that's why a lot of people, we respect Roberto Duran, because Roberto Duran was stepping up to dare to be great. Hagler never did that. Hagler noticeable wins are little guys. He was always the bigger guy. He's great, but I think that he's one of the greatest middleweights. I don't have Hagler top 20. I don't have Hagler like that. I don't even think that Hagler's top. I don't even think that Hagler's even top 30. I don't even think that people have Hagler over Durang in their all-time great list. But I seen the energy when people was giving Vasily Lomachenko that pound for pound #1 status. When they ranked him pound for pound #1 before him fighting Teofimo Lopez, I seen there was people, even people that hated Teofimo Lopez, they wanted him to beat Vasily Lomachenko. Yo, they praising him. He's the Eminem of boxing. People saying that he's #1 because he's white. Yes, Sugar Ray Leonard. So when people saying that Alexander Usyk should not be top 5 heavyweight, a bunch of people that's saying that don't even follow the history of all those fighters that they feel like is better than Alexander Usyk. Like most of the people, people, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson, man, you don't even know who Jack Johnson fought. People be just coming out thinking they geniuses and stuff like that. Go to BoxRec and think they know the history. You ain't seen nothing. Alexander Usyk resume speak for itself. Hagler deserves his praise. Dominated a division counts. Okay, so Lono's boxing. So did you praise Jermell Charlo? Jermell Charlo did the same thing that Hagler done. Not beating legendary fighters. No, he didn't do that. So let's be real, let's be honest. But you just said it yourself. Does it count with Jermell Charlo? Nah, they hated on Jermell Charlo. He ran through a whole division. He cleaned out. Like if there's anybody that has cleaned out a division, spent his whole career there to clean it out, Jermell Charlo did that. And he gets no credit. Jermell Charlo is the most disrespected and most devalued, undisputed champion in the history of boxing. Jermell Charlo is the most devalued and discredited and disrespected undisputed champion in the history of the sport of boxing. So I don't want to hear, Hagler stayed in his division. Why didn't give respect to Jermell Charlo? Why? Because he's with PBC and people don't like Al Heyman. So because people doesn't like Al Heyman, they don't like Jermell Charlo, or because they don't know who's different. Is it Jamal? Is it Jamel? Like sometimes I'll be hearing people debate me on Jermell Charlo, and they talking about what Jamal Charlo. No, that's his brother. Jermell Charlo was the guy that did the work. I agree with you 100%, J Mike. He said, I don't think Charlo ran from Canelo. You know how many times I watched that fight? Yo, J Mike, I just watched that fight before going to vacay. I just saw that, and yo, I've seen this fight like 6 times. I've studied this fight. You know why I've studied this fight so much? The Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. This is the reason when I know that Bud Crawford has no chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. The thing is that people don't want to respect Jermell Charlo. People actually think that Bud Crawford just could have gone to 154 and beat the crap out of Jermell Charlo. That's what people thought. People don't respect Jermell Charlo. So they think that Bud could do better than Jermell Charlo, or They saw what they saw what Bud did at 154 versus a who? I spoke to Jamel with Jamel Charlo told me, he said, I hit Canelo Alvarez 2 left hooks and he ain't feel nothing. Jamel Charlo is known for power. So if anybody in boxing telling me that Bud Crawford, oh, he hurts Canelo, I'm gonna stay straight out. I'm not gonna give no credit. He's on steroids. He's on steroids. I'm saying straight like that. I say straight like that. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm good. Yes, I have an excuse in my back pocket. I'm not gonna give credit. I give credit if Bud Crawford outboxes Canelo Alvarez. But if you're telling me that Bud Crawford he can hurt Canelo Alvarez when I never seen, but the last time I seen Canelo Alvarez hurt when he was 19 years old. And he got hit with every damn punch in the damn by these power hitters. Oh no, Bud Crawford moves up. Oh my God, yeah, he's a wrestler. He's Hulk Hogan now. He body slams the Andre the Giant. That hit the stomach. Yo, people are getting crazy right now. You see how strong Bud Crawford is. The way he's wrestling people, and he carries the journalists. And he's used to be a wrestler. When did Bud Crawford become a wrestler? Let's get this thing out of the way. When was Bud Crawford this Kurt Angle in the Olympics? Where is his NCAA status or where? Hold on. How long have we been hearing that Bud Crawford, oh, he wrestles? Where? Can anyone find us a tape of Bud Crawford wrestling? Please, I want to see a official. I want to see him with the one-piece bikini gear. With the thing in his ear, when has Bud Crawford ever wrestled? Because you're telling me that the wrestling that everybody is telling me is when he's playing around with dudes and stuff. Something about Bud Crawford, he like playing around and hugging dudes and playing wrestling. Like if he's still a little boy, like, you're my man, chill out. I'm hearing this too much. Please, can somebody put the link of Bud Crawford in a wrestling tournament, in a wrestling exhibition, in a wrestling fight, in a mat? Because I could even show you my son. I could show you my son in a wrestling match. I could show you my son in I want to see the same thing. I seen Bud Crawford's children. He got his boys in wrestling. What is this wrestling background of Bud Crawford? Or that's just like saying to an NBA player, oh no, I used to play in the block. I used to play basketball. Oh yeah, where? Nah, on the block. What college you went? Like what collegiate? You went to college? You did college basketball? You went overseas? Nah, I just played in the block. Oh, so you play basketball? Yeah, I used to play basketball. There isn't none for Crawford. That's what I've been saying. Like, damn, like, when did he fight Shawn? All right, give us a WWE clip. When has he fought Shawn Michaels? When did he did the people's elbow? Yo, Bud Crawford used to wrestle. Where, in the playground? And they put it back emphasis. Yo, this is how bad boxing is getting. This is how bad that in the analysis, in the assessment, in the prediction and breakdown, technical breakdowns of Bud Crawford versus Canelo, people have the audacity, bro, to say, no, but you got to understand that Bud Crawford is also strong because he used to wrestle. Yo, let me know if it's not me. Come on, yo. Yo, in the chat. How many times y'all heard that? Let's be real. How many times y'all heard people in boxing right now saying that, nah, yo, but Crawford is strong, yo. He used to wrestle. So if he gets in a clinch with Canelo Alvarez, it's not gonna be that easy. Oh my God. Yo, Yo, I'll tell you the truth, man. It's hard. It's hard to keep myself motivated in this community, cause I be hearing the weirdest stuff with what you think is credible people. You know, nah. Yo, Bud Crawford is stronger when y'all think he is, yo. Bud Crawford is stronger when y'all think he is because he has a wrestling background. All right, can you show me his background? What's his wrestling background? What weight did he fight in? Bud Crawford been boxing all the way in the amateurs. There's videos of Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford was in my favorite amateur class. So I know about Bud. Nobody was talking about Bud in wrestling for all these years until there's a matchup with him and Canelo Alvarez. And now they're trying to, you know what it is? That people are desperately trying to close the gap. That's what it is. People with this connect, you know what it is? It's because real hardcore boxing fans know that this is a massive mismatch. So people are not trying to mind F themselves. This is Canelo and this is Bud. And I'm not saying in skills, I'm saying like this is the margin of how tough is how much of a mismatch it is, right? And people are desperately trying to, well, Canelo hasn't knocked down anybody of late. Bud Bud is moving up and he's very determined and he wrestles, so he's as strong and he's really taller than Canelo and he's really Bud is really bigger than Canelo. His arm reach is bigger than Canelo, and that's what people are doing. That's what it is. It's not that they think they're trying to, well, but look at their size. Canelo Alvarez is always smaller than all his opponents. Yeah, what does that matter? What does that matter? Canelo Alvarez is smaller than Sergey Kovalev, smaller than Triple G. Canelo Alvarez is even shorter than Cotto. Canelo Alvarez is practically almost shorter than Floyd Mayweather. Bro, watch. I'm gonna get you right here. Ay, ay, ay. Yo, these people be making me laugh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Vamos a ver, mi gente. Vamos a ver. You ask him. Face to face, they were the same height. Canelo Cotto is like 5'7", I believe. Yeah. What I'm saying is that people are trying to say, well, Bud is bigger and is the same height as Canelo, is bigger. Canelo always been a small guy. It never was a thing. So no, Bud Crawford got a chance because he's really big. Yeah, they said the same thing about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is 6 feet. That was the same in that assessment is no, Charlo even is the same height. They came from the same weight class, 154. No. Vamos ver. see the. Can we get a bigger picture than that? Almost the same height. Dímelo high low, dímelo con los 2 pesos de plátano. Gracias de lo mío. God bless you, my brother. Por fin, mira, yo tengo como 2 horas aquí y un super chat. Mira, gracias high low, que esta gente no están dando nada hoy también. Mira, 2 horas estoy aquí en vacación. Por eso que no hago live mucho. Estoy en vacación con la familia y estoy haciendo live. Mira, los niños están diciendo, pero papi, ¿qué tú estás haciendo? What happened? Y la gente no me dan nada. Gracias. En vacación trabajé and I gave the promise. I'm not gonna do the box. I'm not gonna go live. I'm not gonna do the box and stuff. And still, tú me ves, I still be trying to. But you gotta support, coño, support. Canelo is heavy-bodied. Heavy-bodied. That's the first one. Like, people like to bring the amateurs, right? While people don't like to say, well, Bud Crawford lost to Ugas in the amateurs. Bud Crawford lost to Danny Swift Garcia in the amateurs. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Bud Crawford had it easy. Compared to other fighters, other great fighters, he had it easy. And wow, nah, PBC fighters trying to keep him away. No, he didn't. He signed the extension with Top Rank. He didn't want the work. He had it easy compare. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying he had it easy compare. Look at the resume of Earl Spence. Earl Spence had it harder. Keith Thurman resume is tougher. Yeah, Keith Thurman resume is tougher. Danny Swift Garcia had it tougher. He had it tougher. All right? He fought Amir Khan in his prime. Not a has-been. He fought Lucas Matias. Well, Lucas Matias was a problem. Danny Swift Garcia got a better 140 run than Bud Crawford got. He got a better resume at 140 than Bud Crawford. Tio got a better resume at 140 than Bud Crawford. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. And Earl Spence and Keith Thurman did all the dirty work in the welterweight division of his era. Yeah, I said it. Lono's Boxing with a $2 super chat says, say ask if it's true you wrestled Josue Vargas. I don't know, man. You're the only one that keep this man alive, bruh. Maybe you be having wet dreams of Josue Vargas, Lono's Boxing. Maybe you can't wait to interview. I heard that you wanted to interview Josue Vargas with trunks, with speedos in a sauna. In the sauna, you want to interview Josue Vargas in a sauna, or butt naked, butt naked. Hey, yo, Lolo's Boxing want to interview Josue Vargas in a sauna. The J Flavor Show said Crawford whoops Canelo with steroids. Yeah, he whoop him. Okay, Punch, you right. But guess what? Who's fighting Canelo? When he wins, will you say something positive? I've been saying things positive about Bud Crawford. 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, one of the greatest fighters of this generation to ever lace them up. Dímelo, Mora, de lo mío. Member, 11 months. Me dice, Punch, I met some Dominicans in South Carolina this week. Shout out to los dominicanos in South Carolina. Dímelo, Mora, ¿qué es lo que? So, Punch, do you think Jamel is a better puncher than Crawford? Yes. At this weight, off the back foot, well, I'm not gonna look, but Crawford is really, really good. I'm not gonna say better, but I think they're in the same level in terms of selective punches. I want people like to put it this way. Try to watch Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano again. People also forget Jermell Charlo knocked out Erickson Lubin in the first round. Check out Jermell Charlo, how he made Jason Rosario catch the Holy Ghost with a jab to the solar plex. Check out, I just want people to really, I never understood why people didn't give Jermell Charlo the respect. Yo, Jermell Charlo has one of the best jabs in boxing. Jermell Charlo has one of the best footworks in boxing. Jermell Charlo has one of the best combinations. Look at how he knocks, the knockouts of Jermell Charlo. But just look at the fight. Look at the last fight with Brian. Yo, for real, for real. This is just for real boxing heads. Put your feeling aside, what you got. Study the technical and the versatility of Jermell Charlo and that Brian Castano fight. Just go round by round. Study the way he has pop, the way he slips punches, duck punches off the ropes, catch punches. I'm telling you, once I seen and once I did speak to Jermell Charlo after the fight, he said, I hit Canelo with shots. He didn't even feel it. That's we talking about a knockout artist at 154 saying that Canelo Alvarez didn't feel nothing. How do I and Canelo Alvarez doesn't even get hurt by the biggest punchers at 160 and 175 that this generation had to offer. But Bud is going to hurt Canelo. No, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. The fight with Bud versus Madrimov and the fight with Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez should have humbled this fight of Crawford and Canelo. Now, am I saying that Crawford can't win rounds? I think that Crawford could win rounds. I think that Crawford could win rounds because also what Canelo Alvarez have showed me in his last fight that he's not willing to stress himself to win and grab rounds. Let's not forget that one of the judges gave William Skull 115, 113. One of the judges gave one, well, I think, how many judges? One more round, and that's a draw. Because Canelo Alvarez, he's declined. Canelo Alvarez has declined. But even with the Jermell Charlo fight, Jermell Charlo survived. Do I see Bud Crawford surviving? Yes. But if people are telling me that Bud Crawford is not going to fight like Jermell Charlo, then what other fight is Bud Crawford going to fight? How? Is Bud Crawford going to fight Canelo Alvarez like he did Earl Spence? Is that what people's going to tell me in the chat? Because if he is, I commend him. But he gets knocked out in 5. He gets knocked out in 5 and sent straight to the hospital. I dare Bud Crawford fight Canelo Alvarez like he did Earl Spence. I dare Crawford fight Canelo Alvarez like he did Earl Spence. He's in the hospital in five rounds or 6 with an eye broke, like he did Billy Joe Saunders, like what happened to Kell Brook and versus Triple G. I dare him. Now, if he goes fight like William Skull, if he fights a little bit like Jermell Charlo, if he even uses some intellect of even Edgar Berlanga knew how to use his little footwork to get away from Canelo Alvarez, I could see Bud Crawford surviving. I could see it. I could see it. But if Yo, he ain't gonna fight like Jermell Charlo. Bud is a dog. Bud is a dog. Ruff, ruff. Yeah, he gonna be a chihuahua in that ring. You know who's gonna be the dog? Canelo. Yeah. That's why I say Bud is gonna get knocked out. Because people are saying, oh no, Bud is gonna take it to Canelo. Bud is a dog. I know you, Canelo Alvarez. What's gonna Canelo Alvarez? Nobody. That's the way that people talk about it. Oh, yo, but Bud is different. No, and Canelo Alvarez, and he's like a little heavy bag. But how, JD, how? I want to know. He said, I really think Bud can hurt Canelo. That's just, I know. Okay. It's your opinion, JDO, but where do you see this opinion? Where? Like, give me where you saw Canelo Alvarez hurt. All the big punchers, Triple G's, even Daniel Jacobs at 160, even Kovalev knocked out Anthony Yarde with a jab and killed the man in the ring. Even Dimitri Bivol was hitting Canelo Alvarez with some shots. Canelo Alvarez didn't even have a nosebleed. Now, the reason why I know that Bud Crawford could survive is because Edgar Berlanga could survive, John Ryder survived, Jaime Munguia survived. His wins are not aging well, which give people the perception that Bud Crawford is not about what Canelo Alvarez hasn't done to these opponents is not scaring anybody, and I understand that. But anyway, my brothers and my sisters, I'm gonna cut this one off. That was my first time doing the live. Yo, let me know if it's different. Should I do the live like this or the StreamYard? Or does it matter? Let me know in the chat. Is me doing live like this or on StreamYard? What is the difference? What is thing? Because I don't have a laptop where I'm at right now. That's why. Enjoy your vacation. Good looking out, Shy. Like this is fine. Okay. Yo, this is my first time. I never tried it like this, so I don't. Joaquin said StreamYard. I couldn't do it. That's why I was expecting to go live when I get back. But I said, man, this is too long. There's a lot of things to talk about. It's cool for the if it's cool for the meantime, I'll do another live tomorrow if it's cool for the meantime. Good looking out, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. We end this one. Peace out.